Hey there, everyone. I'm Chief Meteorologist Eric Estreva. I appreciate you joining me again on our Thursday edition of Beyond the Forecast. Hopefully, we'll give you some information that you did not know to get you prepared for not only tomorrow, but this weekend and even for next week. We are going to start off with snowfall. Now, that doesn't mean that it is going to snow anytime soon, but I wanted to give you an idea as to when we usually see our first snow, and then when we see our first inch of snow and our first 6 inches of snow. And we talk about 6 inches of snow from one specific system. So we are talking about, at least in the month of November, we usually get our first snow towards the middle of the month. So November 15th is when we average our first snow, a trace of snow, which is just like a dusting of snowfall. Then our first inch of snow from one specific system happens November 28th. Last year we got both of those on Halloween, on October 31st, where we had our snowiest Halloween ever. The first 6 inches of snow, so from one specific system, doesn't mean 6 inches total snowfall from different systems, but one system that brings us even a winter storm warning for 6 inches plus of snowfall. Usually happens around January 13th. Didn't see a system like that last year, as again, it was very warm and didn't have much snowfall because of that. And the reason I talk about this is because back in 1951, on this date in particular, we had a snowstorm that started on November 6th, came to an end on November 7th, and it left about 12.7 inches of snow in Saginaw and 13.4 inches of snow in Flint. This was the 5th heaviest snowstorm in Flint history, not just for November, and also the 14th heaviest for Saginaw. So we have seen some of those more significant snowstorms in the month of November. We just have kind of lucked out lately. We are going to see a November system, a November storm. That happens on Sunday. That is going to bring, along with it, some milder temperatures and also some breezy conditions. We are going to see some of those readings back up into the 60s, winds potentially gusting at least greater than 25 miles per hour, and some rainfall, mainly in the morning on our Sunday, then just some scattered showers after that. One thing that we also are watching for late next week is the potential of some definitely cooler air, not seeing the 50s and 60s, but more 30s and 40s for the high temperatures. But it depends on which of these models is going to win out. Our European model, which gives us a look at Thursday, so Thursday into Friday, you can see that the jet stream does dip down into the Great Lakes, but it doesn't really make that big of an indent into the United States. It gives us some cooler weather nonetheless. We'll likely see some 40s to around 50 if this model wins out, but then we flip over to the GFS and it has a much greater push of colder air here into the United States. And this is where we would see our 20s and 30s, and that's also the model that gives us a lot more snow for the week after. So not next week, but maybe even as early as next weekend. So not this upcoming one, but the next weekend after and beyond. That's what gives us that colder air, cold enough to support some of our first snowfall. For tomorrow's weather, nothing that we really have to be concerned with. We showed this graphic at our 6 o'clock show. You got 9 options to choose from, and we're checking off 2 of them, and that's going to be the breezy conditions and also the sunny weather. So sunny and breezy tomorrow. We'll see temperatures getting back into the mid to upper 50s for our high temperatures. Futurecast shows us exactly that. We've got quiet conditions tonight and throughout the day on Friday, but a cold front will swing through during Friday evening, and that'll bring some pretty chilly temperatures into the 30s as we look towards Saturday morning. Saturday during the day, especially the afternoon and evening, we'll see increasing clouds. So morning and afternoon will be fairly sunny, evening will not. And then late Saturday night into our Sunday, we've got a wave of rain that'll swing on through. Could be some rumbles of thunder, and then we just have scattered rain showers for the afternoon and evening on Sunday. All in all, we'll see about 1/10 to 1/4 of an inch of rainfall from that system. Some spots may see upwards of 1/3 of an inch of rain with Sunday's wave. Then for our Veterans Day on Monday, mostly cloudy, cool, but not terrible, 56 degrees, 53 on Tuesday as we see another cool front that'll swing in and give us some of those chillier temperatures for the day on Tuesday, even with more of that sunshine. Then a chance of rain on Wednesday up to 60, then back down into the 40s, likely for our high temperatures, courtesy of that cold front. Excuse me. So no real threat of any snow just yet, but we are definitely going to get colder, potentially late next week. It's just a matter of which model ends up being right. We're still, excuse me, I got the hiccups now. We're still about 7 days out from that colder air moving on in, because the European model just yesterday was showing a much deeper cold outbreak for us, and then it went right back into Canada this time around. So the GFS kind of got on board with what the Euro was saying, and now the European model is backing off, but the GFS is staying with that colder outbreak. So we will see what exactly happens with our forecast late next week. Up until then, we'll stay above average in the 50s to around 60. Very nice weather Friday and Saturday. Some rain on Sunday. Not too bad for Veterans Day. Sunnier on Tuesday, then back to the showers and some cloudier conditions on Wednesday. And some of those rain showers could even linger into Thursday. We'll see. If it's cold enough, we might be talking about lake effect rain showers, snow showers for late next week. We'll see how significant that cold push is. That's going to do it for me here, guys. It's just going to be kind of a short forecast for you. Don't have much that's going to be impactful weather-wise, but next Thursday, that could be a much different story. Could have a much longer forecast to show you the cold and maybe some of that snow, which would be the first time so far this season. Have a wonderful Thursday evening, wonderful weekend coming up, and we'll see you next week.